Las Vegas raided Pittsburgh as they came away with a big 26-17 road win. Derek Carr carved the Steelers up for 382 yards and 2 touchdowns. And after the game, Jon Gruden spoke glowingly of his veteran QB. Take a listen.
I just let his performance speak for itself. I've been clamoring about Derek Carr since I've been here. So hopefully he gets some recognition for doing what he did today. You know, he had some long drives. He was big again at the end of the game against 2 great defenses 2 weeks in a row, and it's a big reason why we've been able to win.
Good point, Shannon. Was yesterday more about the Raiders or the Steelers?
Hold on. I know this ain't the same guy that's been dying and itching to replace Derek Carr, and now he hopes he gets some recognition.
He's been clamoring for him?
That man ain't been clamoring for no recognition.
Clamoring?
He's been wanting you to accept him as your starting quarterback. In other words, he's telling you he's Jennifer Holliday, and you're going to love me.
That's true.
After 2 games for throwing for over 4, basically averaging over 400 yards passing, you're going to love him. You don't have a choice, John. Derek Carr said, what else do I have to do? What else do I have to do to get you to embrace me? Put both arms around me and stop looking. You got a wonderful woman, has a great job. She does everything you ask, but you constantly looking on the horizon like, damn, Aaron Rodgers would sure look nice. Man, I sure wish I had Justin Herbert. Oh, I wish I had that one over there.
You know, this Mariota, he's something.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah, this Mariota, he'll gut you. He'll gut a Mariota, he'll gut you.
Well, I think he was going to go heavy to Mariota until he pulled up lame.
Pulled up exactly after that long run.
Yep.
Skip, look, the Raiders couldn't run the ball yesterday, especially with Josh Jacobs being out. And so basically they were reliant on Derek Carr to do what he did. And he did a number again. Ruggs is starting to show again why he was selected with the number the 11th overall pick. 5 catches, 113 yards. They did a great job of neutralizing Darren Waller, knowing that's his primary target. He's going to throw him a bunch of targets, but they did a great job of neutralizing him. But Ruggs has that Tyreek Hill type speed, Skip. You got to know where he is at all times because he can take the top off. Yep. And Minka Fitzpatrick got a little nosy just one time.
Yep.
And before he knew it, there's nothing he could do to recover. Derek Carr was sensational. But, Skip, I told you, don't jump on the Steelers just yet. Ben cannot push the ball down the field. And they still don't run the ball. Najee Harris like, man, I should have stayed at Alabama because the holes I had at Alabama are a lot better than these holes. I'm going to give the Raiders credit, Skip. I never thought the Steelers were as good as a lot of people build them out to be, especially after going to Buffalo and beating Buffalo, because I felt that was more about what Buffalo didn't do as opposed to what Pittsburgh did do. But Derek Carr was phenomenal. And the AFC, though there's something going on out west, the NFC West and the AFC West, Skip, that thing's going to get very, 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 very interesting. But Derek Carr was sensational yesterday. And I'm surprised the Raiders, I definitely didn't think they were going to beat the Ravens. I'm surprised they're 2-0 right now. But they look like a major player, Skip. They are a major player in the AFC, especially after what we've seen over Kansas City the first 2 weeks, the vulnerabilities in stopping the run. And because they were on the cusp in week 1, they could easily be 0-2. So the Raiders saying, you know what? We got to forget wild card. We're a player in this division now.
That is correct. Which is why last week when we discussed the Raiders, I said they will make the playoffs out of your division. And you said, over who? Well, they're just that good. I don't know how it's going to shake out, but I think they'll wind up being a little better than your Broncos, who are off to a
We're about to be 3-0 because you know what we got next week. We got the Jets.
You got the Jets. So you probably will be 3-0. And Teddy Bridgewater is being Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, he's bridge over troubled waters, right? And
a defense looking good.
The defense is looking great. I give you that. And Teddy won't get you beat, but will he win games for you? We'll see.
The question is, can he win games he shouldn't win? Now, he's beaten 2 teams, the Giants and Jacksonville. We expected him. But what about Kansas City? What about the Raiders? 45.
Okay, it's highly possible. And by the way, my team just held that team to 17 points. You got to give us credit for that.
Yeah, y'all did. Y'all did.
Okay, so I believe in Jon Gruden. I've told you that from the start. And if he's a front runner, but you have to give him some front to run with, and now he's got some. I'm starting to believe in Derek Carr because if you look at his body of work over his career, he's had a bunch of comeback wins with late bomb passes, right?
Yeah.
And yet I still believe in Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So let's put this, let's frame it with some perspective. You realize I was a little surprised at kickoff. Devin Bush and Joe Hayden could not go with some kind of groin pulls.
Right.
Okay, so they're gone. T.J. Watt is gone in the second quarter with another groin pull. And that Tyson Alu, their nose tackle, got hurt. I'm not sure the extent of his, but he was out in the second quarter. And all of a sudden, they're without Tuitt, and then their star guard, Trey Turner, got into some kind of spitting match. I don't know. Mike Tomlin defended him after the game and said he got spat upon first and then spat back. And
what is this? We in the first grade?
I don't know. I don't know. But here we went, and Trey was the second spitter. So right, it's like the guy who spits or hits back.
You know what men in a ball game spitting. Really, Skip?
Okay, but Trey Turner went nuts on it, and Tomlin's point was he went crazy. He's even keel. You know, he's rock steady, and he doesn't do that unless something provoked him that was completely over the edge. And yet, that happened on a couple plays. If we could see the first Ben throw, you say he can't push the ball down the field, but he threw one to play pretty good. Let's see that. Do you have any arm left? I don't know. That looks pretty good to me. That was a big-time throw, okay? So that sets them up in range, and then the next play, he flips it to Najee, who gets loose. Here it is again.
Skip, look at that face. Look at that face. Like a javelin sailor coming down. Come on, Skip.
Oh, boy, I like that. I like that. Here's Najee getting loose. And this is Najee at his best, hitting the pylon. And I wanted to see more of that on running plays. And to your point, he carried only 10 times for a grand total of 38 yards. Won't get it done.
No. They had 14 carries for 39 yards.
For 39 yards?
That?
Well, now we're back to the bad old days, because last year they finished dead last in rushing. And, well, that's
do that again.
There we go again. Well, it's hard to overcome all those losses on defense. So the skies opened up for Derek Carr. But to his credit, he took advantage, because the throw to Ruggs that you talked about, if we could see it one more time, it's just beautiful. And he has got a huge arm.
Yeah, well, you got to have a huge arm when you got a guy like this.
And he's got a rusher right in his face, and he just cuts loose. That ball had to travel 60 yards. And Ruggs can catch it, too. And it's hard to catch those.
But Skip, you can't let a guy like Ruggs just get a head start on you. He's going to eat the cushion up so quick.
You know, he's not a great play-to-play receiver. No. He's not going to do a lot of damage. He'll just do that. When you least expect it, he's going to get behind you.
And you know what he is, Skip. He's a deep threat.
So Ben had just cut it to 16-14, and all of a sudden, whoops, there it goes.
Basically in one play.
One play, and that was ball game.
Yeah.
That was the end of it. So in the end, I like Pittsburgh if it can get healthier, but I don't know. That's just devastating. Because, listen, to me, T.J. Watt is as devastating a pass rusher as there is in the league.
Well, without him, Skip, you can't generate pass rush.
As Derek Carr said after the game, he just wreaks havoc the whole game. And he said he was the first to admit it got a lot more comfortable out there without me having to look for him.
How long is he out?
I don't know.
That's good.
Groin.
Yeah, Skip. And you know how those things is. And with a groin, Skip, anything sudden. That's what his first step. That's how he beats everybody. His first step is his suddenness.
So if you take him out and Devin Bush out and Joe Hayden out, you're going to have a rough ride for a while. And more pressure falls back on Ben's shoulders to be like 2005 Ben Roethlisberger. And I'm not sure he's going to be able to regain that kind of impact at age 39.
Skip, I'm looking at Ben. Okay, Juju had 6 catches, averaged 6.8 yards a carry. Najee had 5, averaged 8.6. Who is this? Freiermuth?
Freiermuth.
Averaged 9 yards a catch.
He's a rookie.
Claypool averaged 23 points.
Yeah.
But, Skip, that was a 52-yarder, so the other 2 catches was for 18. And that's the thing. Deion Johnson had a nice, 11.7.
And then he got hurt on the last play of the game, and it looked like it was serious. He had his knee hurt.
So, Skip, I just think the thing is just hard when you just have to nickel and dime your way down the field. Because once you get in the red zone, then what? Guys don't have to expand. Because what are they going to do? You're going to throw it out the end zone?
Yeah.
So it gets harder and harder. You got to get some of those chunk plays. You see what the Raiders did? They're trying to throw the ball. That's always been the Raiders. You know, Al go throw it deep. Al always want to throw it deep.
Yep. And remember, John learned under Al.
Yes.
Yep.
Speed. Got to have one speed guy that can take the top off the coverage.
Speed kills. Yep, it does. I still believe in both teams, but I'm liking the Raiders a lot.
You still hold on. How the Steelers gonna go to the playoffs in that division? So they're gonna overtake they're gonna beat the Ravens, they're gonna beat Cleveland.
It's a long season. They got to get healthier.
Oh, it's a
Look,
long
they can't play defense and they can't run it. They got no shot.
Exactly.
And the kingpin is still the Cleveland Browns in that division.
Oh, Lamar.
Yeah.
Lamar been quarterback in the
now
division.
you're back on the bandwagon.
No. Hold on. What you mean the bandwagon? I told you the Ravens was gonna win the division. You got Cleveland.
You picked them to get blown out at home by Kansas City.
Okay, Skip, that's one game. They got 15 more to play.
Okay. Still like Cleveland to win the division.
We already got 2 cases on that, so
Okay.
I ain't worried about
All
it.
right. Love Diet Mountain Dew. Breakfast of champions.
You had some today?
You
I'm
think so,
sure.
huh?
Yeah, some celebratory
Yeah,
drinks.
I had too much today.
Watch old Mac Jones outdo your guy. Mac
fire.
Jones.
Well, I know you're happy about the Cowboys win, but here's the question. Did Mike McCarthy almost cost the Cowboys a victory last night? We do need to break it down.
Explain
It was
this one away.
bizarre final sequence. Let's go there next.
No